I'm still alive.
How you doing, Swede?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Have you done your raffles yet?
Yeah, just doing a video to capture the moment, you know what I mean?
There were just some questions that I looked at and was like, I don't think I could answer that in a way that was either accurate or would actually, I don't know, be something I don't want to necessarily give away. So we'll do that, and then if we have more time at the end, we're happy to take live questions. So if you didn't hear your question, you want to ask it again, you can grab the mic and just ask it away. So get started.
Great. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. First question is it important to you that the songs are accepted by the community?
It's important. I don't know what that means. I think I like if that means that everyone's going to be happy when their treasures are found, and they're going to sit down and judge how I did. Yeah, I'm probably going to fail that. I think though that no matter what you do, as you design a treasure hunt, it's impossible to please everyone. And you know, we have our expectations. I certainly have my expectations when I was searching for a set treasure. So I don't know if I'll meet everyone's expectations. But is that what you think the question is? Made or like more that I ever asked stuff to make, and those are in the book. They're all in the book.
Okay. Is there anything that you would do differently now that you're over a year into the hunt, looking back?
Not about the hunt itself. I think I've answered this question in a different interview. I would have not had so many typos in the first edition. I was not very happy with myself about that. But that was just a product of me doing everything myself and me racing against a lot of timetables, and this was a very difficult book. I love that I founded with a friend of mine at TreasureCon, a publishing company. We publish dozens of books, over a dozen coming out this year. But this book, with the way it was created, the quality that I wanted, was exceptionally difficult. And I was doing everything myself. I'm used to having like 10 people helping me with these type of things. So anyway, I'm just gonna ramble about the technical strategy. That was basically the only thing.
In the treasure hunt amusement park.
Oh yeah, forgot about this question. That's a cool question. I was going to do some research on that. What do you guys think? That's a good one. Anyone else got a suggestion? Spaced out, why? Because you're flying around in the dark? Fair enough. That's a good one. I like that. Okay, we'll go with that.
Yes, I've read it many times, and I really like it. I think you did a great job. It's very eloquent, well thought out. I love the storytelling. I think my favorite parts are the true stories, you know, of real people like Wilma Rudolph and the Nigerian soccer team and overcoming, you know, all of the hardships and obstacles. Oh no, like I cried on those chapters. I really like the stories a lot. Probably what people are asking is, what do you think, like where the treasures are?
Every question.
I have no idea, but I do like the book.
I feel like every question should be that question. Because that's the question behind every question. I think I say in the chapter that the only thing you need is a point. And that it's just taking literally there. Yeah, that's all you need. I don't think there's anything else in the chapter that's clues. That chapter was an homage to his hunt, so I just basically said that's what he did with his, that's what I'm going to do with this box. Kept it very simple. So everything is contained in the point.
Hope it doesn't take all our time. Really?
Wow. That's crazy.
Pretty big. He's
Okay, it works. Hi, my name is Kimberly. Beautiful name.
Oh, hi.
This might seem super random, but I am wondering if you consider yourself religious. Is that too personal?
No. Is this from here?
Oh, it's for you.
You know, my dad was a minister, so I kind of grew up in the church. If you think about religious like that, like church going, no, not really. Spiritual, yeah. Spirituality is very important to me, and I personally believe there's much more to reality than just what we see here in our three-dimensional world. So I'm very spiritual, but I don't know if I would be like religious in the way some people might define the word.
My name is Misha, but people call me 3D Bronze. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. My question is, you seem to allude to errors in your book not being clues. So my question is, and what everyone is wondering, is page 90 missing a clue or an unintentional error?
That was not an unintentional error.
Thank you.
It's kind of apparent as the poem goes on that we can choose our own path, and X leads the way. We'll follow the shimmering circles of gold. Are there any other arcs that would get us where we need to be?
We gotta go deep. I mean, I don't want to say. Not right off the top of my head.
This whole notebook is dedicated to just solving the massive feature box. 100 pages. My question for you is, are there more substitution ciphers to solve than just the cryptogram?
Are there more substitution? What's a substitution sign?
So like, G equals H, or, a secret cipher where you shift one over, or even like A equals 1, B equals 2.
Yeah, I don't think that I did that. Yeah, no, I think that I had a word search, so you need to search for words. And I had a cryptogram that you need to uncode or decode, and that was it.
Juicy.
What you would say if you had to pick one song to best represent or sum up what this hunt is, what would that song be?
See, now, if you put down the I could have some time to think about it, but I don't know. Do you have it? What do you think? Song was something. I don't know what song texted me. I think about 2 weeks after the book came out. She was like, I was on a 5-hour Zoom call with 500 people talking about your word search. And that was like 2 weeks in. I was like, what? Yeah, so I can understand your frustration.
So my question is, can the PNF box be found using just the story in that chapter and the cryptogram without solving the 5 clues in the word search?
It'd be a lot harder. That word search is pretty important. Sorry.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
Then I just, like, it's just funny because I spent a lot of time searching for that box, but yet I made an assumption that they'd never have let me ever find it in a million years, you know. And I can't tell you exactly why I made the assumption other than I heard him talking about it. I was like, well, it really sounds like, you know, he would put it someplace there because he was concerned about the legalities of it, and I just, you know, I wanted to kind of narrow things down, and so I just made like a real kind of rookie error, just eliminating something for no exact reason. And so that was a huge confirmation bias because it like led me to never consider that. And I also was like, and this is interesting, like one of the big things was, you know, I know there's some debate about alcohol, but let's just go with it. I heard about Forrest's hunt in early 2016. And I think he hit the box in 2009, 2010, whatever. And I just assumed that there's just no way the box could be in the most obvious place because thousands of people had already searched there, and I'm sure they would have found it. And so I think that was the big takeaway, right? And it's interesting. I go back to that resilience thing, like dig and sand, dig a hole. Like people, you know, just because you know people can go to a place and search doesn't mean it's not there. And so, yeah, it was an interesting thing, and I guess there was some confusion about Yellowstone when I brought it up, and I just thought the fair thing was just to let people know my experience, which, you know, I hid the Forreston box somewhere where I was searching for his box, and I did not search for his box in Yellowstone, and that's why I let people know that.